worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker, he's having to go through Hughie Fury pulling out of a fight with less than 2 weeks to go. So him and his promoters, Ducko Events, have said they're going to try to get someone even on the level of Hughie Fury or even better. And I was wondering, how are you going to do that in such a short time? And my first thought was, well, when you're talking about Joseph Parker, you're talking about a guy who's fought about 6 times in 14 months. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone in boxing, period, that's that active, let alone a heavyweight, right? So for me, this guy didn't have to fight anybody of significance right here because Hughie Fury pulled out and he's very active. So I was hoping he'd fight the guy who beat him up in the middle school, who he said, one day I'm going to get you. He could have fought him as far as I'm concerned, as long as the people would still pay to see it. I didn't care who he fought here because it's going to be very hard to get a formidable opponent, and your opponent pulled out. And as far as I'm concerned, Joseph Parker has not much to prove. Of course, you're trying to unify. But for this fight here, it didn't matter to me personally because he's done enough. Like I said before, 6 fights in the last 14 months, find someone that's doing that and still trying to fight. And then his team is saying, we want somebody even more formidable than Hughie Fury within 2 weeks' notice. So what's going to happen is Joseph Parker is going to announce on Wednesday, the 26th of April at 2 p.m. his time. So I don't know what time it's going to be wherever you at, right? He's going to announce his next opponent. Now, 6 people are up, have raised their hands or, are willing to fight, right? 6 people. 5 of which are in the top 15 of the WBO, which I am just ecstatic about, right? Taking a top 15. The only one who isn't is someone we know, Lucas Brown, right? They're the most known. Lucas Brown and, of course, Dominique Brazil, who was the first one to put his hands up and said he'll come, right? Which is much props to Dominique Brazil because this guy is really, really willing to fight anyone. He has proven it. He's a tough guy. He has a whole lot of punch resistance, right? When the man upstairs was giving out attributes, Dominique Brazil was in the punch resistant line, and he was up in the front somewhere, right? Now, when it came to just skill set, he overslept, right? He's not that skilled, but he's learning on the job, and being that big with that kind of punch resistance and heart, he's a problem for anybody. So I didn't really want Joseph Parker to fight him because I can imagine if you're going through a training camp getting ready for Hughie Fury, then you're probably working on your vertical game, bending that waist, getting down, throwing the left hook to the body, pivoting, throwing another one to the body, bringing the left hand up for the uppercut. Mike Tyson type of things. Making yourself small to get in the inside of Hughie Fury because Hughie Fury is going to box him to death, right? So that's why I was thinking he's probably training things like that in his training camp. Now, it's a whole different training if you're going to fight Dominique Brazil. You're going to have to just use your speed and other attributes. So I was thinking Dominique Brazil on 2 weeks' notice, that would be kind of hard, But it didn't matter. Joseph Parker's team is willing to take on anybody and all comers. You see it all the time. So these guys are going to announce this tomorrow. And I'm interested, but like I said, it really didn't matter who it is to me because as long as he continues to negotiate with Deontay Wilder to try to unify, then it really didn't matter what this fight is. But we're going to still see what it is. And like I said, much props to Joseph Parker's team for wanting to take somebody significant on such short notice after being disappointed, not holding their heads down, continue to move forward. This team, I've documented a few times already about Joseph Parker because I'm impressed because it sticks out in the boxing world that we have today. It sticks out when somebody's fighting this often, right? And anybody and taking on all comers. It really sticks out. So I'm going to give him much love, much props, and I'm going to report about him when he does something of significance, just like he's going to do tomorrow by announcing someone significant in the top 15 of the WBO rankings on such a short notice. Let's see what happens going forward. I'll let you guys know. And again, much props to Joseph Parker and his team. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. You're making a statement here. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm up out of here.